Jai Hind and welcome back to another video. I hope you all are safe and healthy as well. The chapter what we have started, coal and petroleum, we have done up to the formation of petroleum in our nature and how we can occur in our nature. And we came to know that the petroleum what we have found in our nature, that is called crude oil, this is not a pure kind of thing. It is actually a symbol of many kinds of hydrocarbons, oxygen, sulfur, and any kind of metals also it can have. They have different kinds of percentage, just like carbon percentage about to 80 to 85%, hydrogen about 10%, and rest of all proportion of the different kinds of elements it have. So obviously we need to extract the actual the fuel kind of things and the material and the elements of products we can found out from the distillation process of this petroleum. And this distillation process will be same as the coal, in the coal what we have done, but something will be different. In the coal distillation we have done, but that was a destructive distillation, where the decomposition was done in the non-presence of oxygen was there. Same distillation we will do here, but not destructive. Here we will do the fractional distillation process. Yes, we will do the fractional distillation. I repeat, what is this kind of fractional distillation? Let's talk about first the fractional distillation, and then we go for the refining of the petroleum. The basic difference between the destructive distillation and the fractional distillation is what? In the destructive, we have to do the distillation process as per the decomposition of the substance what we have take. Okay, in the non-presence of the oxygen. So obviously it will be an anaerobic process. But in the fractional distillation, we have to do the distillation as per the boiling points. We actually have to what? We have to pass the substance, or we can say the crude oil, through a furnace, and you have to boil it up to the temperature of 400 degrees Celsius or more. And as per the boiling points, the substance get differ in a different kinds of fraction. That's why we take a column where the different kinds of columns are made, and through this all the distillation process has done. But all will be there on the basis of the boiling points. At different kinds of boiling points, different kinds of substance will come out from it, and we can use it in our own convenience. So in the same manner, we will talk about the distillation process of petroleum today. So let's have a look on the distillation process, the fractional distillation process of the petroleum in the same manner. Let's check out. So let's talk about the fractional distillation of the petroleum crude oil as well. First of all, we should know about it, that how actually the boiling point set. Okay, since there are two kinds of parameter from which we can define the crude oil quality. Okay, as per the density first of all, and second is sulfur content. Okay, so as per the density or sulfur content, obviously we can set a boiling point up to higher limit or to lower limit, is it? So now in this figure you can see the fractional distillation process. Okay, the column you can see here easily. Now we get the zoom view of this image. Now we will talk about the process. In this the fractional distillation is very simple, but actually it is a powerful way that it separates all the different complex components of the crude oil. First, the crude oil is heated to vaporize it. As you can see in the figure, the crude oil heated to vaporize in the furnace and fed into the bottom of a distillation tower. Okay, so the resulting vapor then rises through the vertical columns. As the gases rise through the tower, the temperature decreases. As the temperature decreases, certain hydrocarbons begin to condense and run off at different levels. Each fraction that condenses off at a certain level contains hydrocarbon molecules with a similar number of the carbon atoms. These boiling points cuts allow several hydrocarbons to be separated out in a single process. It is this cooling with the height of the tower that allows for the separation. After this rough refinement, individual fuels may undergo more refinement to remove any contaminants, undesirable substance like that, or to improve the quality of the fuel through cracking. So this is the whole process in the fractional distillation we have done with the crude oil. and now we can get different kinds of fuel just like gasoline, petrol. So now we will elaborate the things, the products actually we get from the fractional distillation of the petroleum or crude oil. Let's have a look on it. So first we can say from the distillation process of the petroleum gas, in the base, what we can say at 400 degrees Celsius to 350 degrees Celsius, we get the fuel oil, okay, which is actually having the number of carbon atoms 15 to 18, which is used as industrial fuel for boilers and the furnaces. And then we get diesel, that is about the boiling range up to 250 degrees Celsius to 350 degrees Celsius, and the number of carbon atoms will be about 13 to 15. This is used as a fuel in a heavy engine just like truck, buses, railway engines, water pumps, generators, etc. Then when we go above, we can get kerosene, which is actually have a boiling point up to 170 to 250 degrees Celsius, and the number of carbon will be 10 to 12. This used as a domestic fuel and the element. Then we get petrol or light naphtha, which is actually having the boiling point from 40 degrees Celsius to 170 degrees Celsius, and the number of carbon atoms having 5 to 10, as it is used as a fuel in automobiles, for a solvent for dry cleaning also. And last, in the petroleum gas we can found, which is actually having the boiling point up to 40 degrees Celsius, and the number of carbon atom it have 1 to 4 only. This used as a domestic fuel or producing the carbon black. But at last we can find out some residues also in the bottom of the chamber. This is called residue, which different kinds of, just like lubricating oils, paraffin wax and asphalt, etc., where the number of carbons will be about 17 to 20, or it can be goes up to 30 also. These are not used in a convenient fuel, so that's why this is used as a lubricant for machines, for making candles, shoes polishes and grease, etc. So as per the uses, we can categorize the petroleum product into two parts. Into two parts means what? As a fuel, as a non-fuel. Fuel means a gasoline kind of thing, just like the petroleum product we have found kerosene, petrol, petroleum gas, etc. But non-fueling kind of thing, which is like the paraffin, okay, this kind of thing, grease also, lubricants, which is used as lubricants. So this is all about the fractional distillation of the process, okay, and the product we can get from it. So I hope this video will help you to understand the fractional distillation process, which we actually we use for distillation of the crude oil or petroleum as well, and how we can occur different kinds of petroleum products from it, and which kind of that also. So if any concern or any problem or doubt regarding this video, if you have, then you can ask me now in live week classes, and want to take leave now. See you in the next video. Thank you and Jai Hind.